we got on the list is Jameer Nelson, Delonte West. All right, so we talking about them as a duo. That's a powerful duo right there, man. They got through a lot. I mean, we got Player of the Year for Jameer, 2004.
Yep.
You got Delonte, who was a stud himself. I mean, he don't got the accolades like Jameer got, but if
he improved over the years. He improved it each year. Came back.
Right.
A little bit better.
So first year, what happened?
5.9 for Delonte. That's that. So we want to negate that first year because they both weren't. Like, he wasn't. We talking about a duo. They both ain't dominate that year. Jameer was just better that year. So talking about progression. The next year, Delonte went right back to 17.3 points a game.
That's right.
So
he jumped from
big
5,
jump,
right? From 5 to 17.
Big jump. We talking about team success. They didn't really do much that first year. So we talking about their second year. They're pretty good, man. We talking about second year. They went 23-7. It's all right. They were first in the A-10 East in their conference. They lost Auburn in the first round for the tournament, running as a 7 seed. So not really too impressive. But that second year is where they turned up. No, the third year is where they turned up.
Third year when he turned up, Jameer averaged about 20.6 points, 5 assists, and about 2 steals per game.
Yeah.
And West had about 18 points a game, 6 assists, and shot 41% from the 3. So the third year, and he had a 27-0 record that year.
Win streak, yeah. Legacy record 27-0, yeah.
Ended up the number 1 seed.
Yeah, right. So they finished that year with a 30-2 record, undefeated in their conference. So that's dope. If you talking about that year, yes, that's when Jameer Nelson won his Player of the Year.
Yep.
And then Delonte, I think, was All-American, second team, third team, one of the All-Americans.
13.
Yeah, so, Jameer, first team All-Atlantic Player of the Year, too, as well.
Nate Smith Award, Bob Cousy Award, Oscar Robertson Award.
Yeah.
I mean, Jameer was balling. He got his stats, but they didn't win.
But this ain't an individual list.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's a duo.
It's a dual list. And the
accomplishment is a duo. Now, as an individual, it's a duo.
Right. They lost in the Elite 8.
Oklahoma State. So, yeah, I mean, that's a powerful duo, though. I mean, if you're talking about the progression, like I said, we love progression. So, they progressed. They got a little bit further. You're talking what they did at St. Joe's, who are not known to get D1, number 1 5-star recruits.
Right.
They have a stacked squad. Like, you got UNC, you got Duke and Kansas,
Kentucky,
and his height. Let's not talk about his height.
Well, the fact he was only 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah, he was small.
Yeah.
And he was dominating.
Yeah, so I mean, talking about a school that ain't got a stacked squad, I mean, they kind of say they overachieved. I mean, as far as what they did.
Yeah, they way overachieved.
All right, so that's good. All right.
I still can't move.
I put him in the 5th spot as of right now.
I can't move.
That means
move everybody up a notch.
So you got number 1,
Tyler
Austin, number 1. All right, that's gonna change. I don't know. All right, next we got K Love and Russ Westbrook.
Yeah, that's why I said we can breeze over, but for some reason I thought we couldn't.
Yeah, we can't breeze over that one. Kevin Love was arguably, if we did a debate on top college players ever, we might have put him at 5. Just talking about what he did.
Top college player of all time.
You could make a case he could be 5 or even top 10.
I say top 10. All right, okay.
All right, even that. How many college players played throughout the year? So even to say that,
so top 10 I might give.
Yeah, so we talking about what they did. I guess let's talk about their season together. They had like a couple seasons or one.
I think they had two
seasons together.
2 seasons.
Let's talk about their best year, which was the 07-08. So they lost to Memphis, who cheated. D Rose probably going to be eligible.
Stop.
Got the SAT score. So that loss they took to Memphis don't count. So they actually
it counts.
That season ain't finished. So
it counts.
So we talk about they was number 1 seed in the West. They knocked off Mississippi Valley. They knocked off Texas A&M, Western Kentucky, Xavier, which is ranked number 3. K Love 17-10. Russ 12.7 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Let's talk about it. I mean, what really made it powerful for them is their most dominant year. Kevin Love was Player of the Year for the Pac-10.
Right.
And Russell Westbrook was Defensive Player of the Year for the Pac-10.
Right.
So they dominated their conference.
They dominated as a duo, right?
So
but they didn't win it.
They didn't win it.
Kevin Love came up short when it came time for the big game.
All right, let's talk about what they did as a team, though. They had the record for the most wins ever, as far as for a final record, 35. So including the postseason. So they have 35 wins. That's a record. NCAA. So talking about the team, 7 of their wins were against ranked teams. So I mean, they were powerful as a team, man.
No, that's a stat. Who had the most ranked team wins?
I don't know. Oh no, actually, we talking about team wins in total.
Yeah.
They actually broke the record again for the most wins, and they also broke the record that year for the most wins in the regular season the year before. So we talking about what they done as a team. Their team powerful. They broke records. They two were both dominant as far as the Pac-10. They dominated their conference.
Defense.
They beat all the ranked teams that was in front of them. They beat a lot of them. Not all of them. They beat a lot of them. I mean, what you gonna say about them, man? I mean, first round against Mississippi Valley, they held them to 29 points. That's the lowest total ever allowed in the first and second round of the tournament. I think the case for them is they were dominant. They were dominant.
They were dominant, yeah.
K-Love was player of the year, and Russ is a running teammate. He was locking down point guards, upper guards.
I got to put them in consideration. They got to make my role.
The case against them is, I mean, Kevin Love struggled in the Final Four game. So when they really needed him, he didn't really show up.
So we gonna hold it there.
And they only had 1 year together where they dominated. So
They played together for 2.
yeah. So all right, next man, we got Mike Bibby and Miles Simon. Because discussion about this one.
Yeah.
Because you could argue it might not be Mike Bibby there.
Right. It can be Mike Dickerson.
Let's go. We'll roll with Mike Bibby and Miles Simon for this one. I mean, y'all disagree, y'all can tell us, but that's what we're gonna roll with for this one.
Right.
Now, as far as what they did, Mike Bibby, each year he got better. Miles Simon was pretty much the same throughout the whole. As far as like he was dominant when he came in, and kind of kept up with the same production throughout. So, if we talking about them there, as far as their team success, champs, 1997.
Yeah.
That's the champs.
So I mean, that's already 1 point.
Now, the knock on it is they, like you said, between Mike Bibby, Mike Dickerson, and also I think that year Jason Terry started to show up. He was on that squad as well.
Yeah, but that year was their first year. So the first year that Mike Bibby was on that team, they won. So Mike Bibby was Pac-10 freshman of the year that year.
Right.
And then Miles Simon was the most outstanding player for the Final Four. So showed up when the team needed him.
Right.
Mike Bibby as a freshman to be freshman of the year was a big deal.
They sealed the deal.
Yeah. I mean, look at the teams they knocked off.
Oh, they knocked off a lot of high-ranked teams.
South Alabama, College of Charleston, Kansas, #1, Providence, North Carolina was the #1 ranked team again in the conference, and Kentucky, which is another #1 ranked team in the region. So he knocked off 3 #1 ranked teams.
You did mention Kansas, right?
Yeah. And as a freshman,
For them to do that as a freshman,
I say that put them up at the #1 spot as of right now.
Does it though? Because they don't. The team was powerful that year, but like I said, we could easily, not easy, but we could replace maybe Mike Bibby with Mike Dickerson. So somebody else who was equal as far as like what they contributed to the team. Now, that's all they got. So in that 1 year, Miles Simon really doesn't have anything else.
No.
He was all consensus. He was All-American 1998 though. First team. And Mike Bibby was Pac-10 player of the year in '98, and he was a first team All-American. So you got two. They had 2 first team on a year where they both were first team All-American. I don't think nobody on earth got that.
No.
That's a good case.
That's
man.
a good case, but you have to take it out.
That's 5 right there for now.
3 ranked teams, #1. That's crazy.
#1 more. Nah, I'm not. Sorry.
They can't make the 5.
They're not on the 5.
Who am I taking off?
Who we got first? Tyler.
It's Tyler Hasbro and Ty Lawson is going to be sitting at #1 right now.
Yeah, we got them #1.
And
Then you got Sheldon Mack and Gordon Hayward.
number 2.
3, we got Jalen Brunson, Michael Bridges, right?
Yeah.
And 4, we got Jameer and Delonte.
Right.
And then 5, we got nobody.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You
So
gonna
they
put
only
Bibby
right now.
So I'm saying, so now we got
That's
our
what I'm
5.
saying. We got
I
our
see
5
a dude
now.
right now is about to get the money.
Right, seriously.
Right.
All right, so next we got. Oh, it's another group
The Twin Towers.
That's another group I forgot to put up there that we're gonna talk about, but I'm gonna add them to the list. Danielle Marshall and Ray Allen. For UConn, what they did, man, they were good, man. Danielle Marshall was a beast, man.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what ever got to the NBA.
He was a beast in college, man. He was player of the year in '95, male athlete of the year. I don't know, man. You talking about he was Big East player of the year in '94. Consensus All-American in '94 as well. I think what kind of hurt them is Ray Allen didn't hit his stride until he left. Ray Allen became, consensus All-American and Big East player of the year too as well. But that's when Marshall left the team.
Right.
So together they went 29-5. and they lost in the regional to Florida. Their best years were together.
Yeah.
They don't ever make the list.
They maybe yes, but Daniel Marshall slept on 25-9. Slept on. He was a piece. Look him up, yo. He was a piece. So, all right, we got Mutombo and Mourning.
Georgetown.
Now, a lot of people probably don't remember they was a duo, but I mean,
Yeah, I remember.
you remember?
Yeah.
Man, they were so dominant. They had a section under the under the court where they would swap the shots at. Like, cool, man. Like
coming in there, you was getting the pin back. There was no way around.
Yeah, there was nothing around that. But like, I think Alonzo averaged like 5 blocks a game one year.
Yeah.
And then Mutombo averaged 2 the first year they were together.
Yeah.
And then you brought back the next year. Mutombo averaged like 4. And then Alonzo averaged like 2. Like they would just swat anything else under there, man. Like,
I don't think they made it that far.
they did.
They did.
They did.
They just had they just held the block party.
They held the block party. He was invited. Come there and play. But yeah. So yeah, team success, they didn't have a lot, man. They won 19. I mean, the first year together, they won 24-7. They lost in the second round. Next year together, they won 19-13. Lost in the second round. Yeah, so man, yeah. As a duo, they didn't really do a lot, man. But Mutombo was named Big East Defensive Player of the Year twice. And he shared it with Mourning in 1990. So you had 2 players that had he was a Player of the Year in the Big East.
Yeah, they just didn't do much.
Yeah.
All right, man. So, all right, this is where we get flowers, though.
Yeah,
Mourning, first team All-American,
Yeah.
second team All-American, third team All-American. Each year he had something All-American.
Right.
So Big East Player of the Year 1992.
Mm-hmm.
He was the Player of the Year, like we said. Case 4, man, they were dominant together. Every impact that that opponents felt when they were there.
Yeah, right.
Right. Just getting a layup out.
Right, you was coming down the lane.
You just couldn't score.
And they set records, man. Block party records, man. So you got Alonzo set the record for total block shots in the season in the nation, 169.
Right.
And he had 5 a game. He was leading the nation at that. Set records for a freshman. So Mutombo also set records as well. I don't know, man. But as far as team, like you said, they ain't do it. So.
As far as doing successful.
So we got Christian Laettner and Grant Hill. This is my number 1 pick right here. They were dominant.
Yeah.
Back-to-back champions.
Yep.
Back-to-back. Now, let's start with their first year, 1990-91 together. They won, like you said, they went 32-7.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't really that impressive. But, I mean, they went 32-7 first in the ACC. They knocked off Louisiana, Monroe, Iowa, Connecticut, St. John's, and Nevada. And Kansas.
Right.
Grant that year 11-5. Christian was 20-8.
Wow.
So that first year, championship.
Yep.
That's already a lot better than a lot of these dudes. Now, could we argue that was more Bobby Hurley?
We got it. It was the whole team.
It was the whole team.
Yeah.
Because they had what? Blaine was. They had somebody else too.
But mainly,
The other 4.
yeah, but it was mainly those 3. Bobby Hurley, Grant Hill, and
Yeah. And you remember, because a lot of years, Grant Hill came off the bench, but he ended up playing more minutes than some of the
Because he was
starters.
a he was a defensive monster.
Right,
when he was in
Right,
house.
right. So we got a championship there. Then they went back-to-back again, 91-92. Won the championship again. So they knocked off. They went 34-2. Now that's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
First in ACC again. They knocked off Campbell, Iowa, Seton Hall, Kentucky, Indiana, and the Fab Five in Michigan. Now,
Arguably, Christian Laettner was the greatest college player.
yeah, Christian was one of the greatest college players ever.
So like you heard,
Like, so
because he remember he hit that shot over Jamal.
Yup. And then let's talk about let's talk about that Fab Five game a little bit more, because we hold the Fab Five in high regards.
As we should.
Now they held them to 51 points.
Yep.
They locked them down.
They locked them down defensively.
Yeah.
Locked them down. Like, Grant was a big part of that. He
Mhm.
played almost the whole game.
Yep.
And he had 18-10. So I mean, he showed up, and Christian Laettner, always show up. But they locked down the Fab Five right there. That got to be my number 1, man. You talking about what they did individually too. The Census All Team. We had some All Americans in here in '93. For Grant Hill, I mean, they wasn't there together.
Yeah, but I say Grant Hill still.
Yeah, second team All AC for Grant Hill.
Mm-hmm.
91, you had Christian Laettner in the most outstanding player for the Final Four. Consensus National College Player of the Year 92.
Yeah.
All American 92. Second team All American 91.
Crazy.
AC Player of the Year 92.
It's crazy.
2-time AC Athlete of the Year 91 and 92. Oh man, Christian Laettner was dominant.
So now, this is the reason why I kept saying this. Who are we taking out of this list?
Oh, who we just put in
Whoever
there?
was number 5.
Mike Bibby and them gotta go. Bye-bye.
Right?
No, actually, no. Wait.
Right,
No.
Mr. Said, you
Over
really?
Jameer Delonte, they might have to go.
This doesn't say
I say they have to go because Bibby won. Bibby and Simon won.
So Mike
Jameer
Dickerson
and
was
West
on
Virginia.
that squad,
was
man.
Bibby the main? Yeah, it was Mike Dickerson more.
It's Mike Dickerson is part
Yeah.
of that squad, man.
Yeah.
So I really can't.
That's the dilemma there.
Matter of fact, no. Let's not do this on ourselves because I got Anthony Davis and MGK getting them out of here. Them out of here as well. So them two might make the list anyway.
Yeah.
Because Anthony Davis about to knock somebody else out.
Right.
Yeah, so but who we got to knock out now to put Christian Laettner and Grant Hill? Somebody's got to go.
No, I think eventually when we get down to a Jameer Delonte and Mike Bibby and them might both go.
Oh, just wait till we get to
might go.
Or Sheldon Mack and Gordon Hayward.
Look, here we go. Wait till we get
They
to
were
the end.
out. The Horizon League.
I know.
Listen. Wait till we get to the end.
All
Then we
the-
just do the 5.
Yeah, we talking about all the races you
Yeah,
knocked
when we
out.
get to the end, we'll
Alright,
do the
let's go.
5.
All right, so we kind of unanimous with them. Y'all heard what they did, man. Now I got them number one.
Right,
so
they number one.
they're
That's
number
what
one
you
right
take
now.
It speaks for itself. Their
Now,
resume
this
speaks
tour
for
was
itself.
a high disappointment.
High disappointment.
Very high
He's
disappointment.
Shaq and Chris
Jackson,
Jackson.
a.k.a. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf.
Oof. Yeah, high disappointment, man. For all the talent they had, they just didn't get it done. LSU just weren't. Didn't they lose to Christian Laettner and them too?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't in the tournament.
Yeah, I think was that in the tournament? I don't know. No, that wasn't in the
No,
tournament.
I
But
think
they
it
did
was
lose
in the
them,
tournament.
right?
They lost them. I don't think it was in the
Well, when
tournament.
Chris Jackson was there, was it more Chris Jackson and Track the Troller?
Yeah, but Shaq was still killing.
Yeah, but Track the Troller was the man.
Yeah, but Shaq was still killing.
Either way, they ain't win.
Right.
Track the Troller was the man of the team.
Yeah. And what hurt them is their long year together. They only played 1 year. And
They
Shaq
played
ain't
1
won
year.
no awards.
Yeah,
Shaq
he
won no
won
college
that.
awards that year. So, yeah, I mean, we can breeze through them. They won 23 in line. They lost 6 games to unranked teams. That's bad, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's next, man. Hank Gathers and Bo Kimball.
Now,
Now,
this is
a lot of people probably wouldn't have them on the list, man, because they probably went low key if you weren't
Right.
paying attention to them,
Right.
because they went to Loyola Marymount,
Yep.
so they played for the Lions. Now, that's not a higher ranked team, so you probably won't think about them. But they were powerful, man, together, man. I'm talking about Hank Gathers were a beast. I mean, we talking about dudes who that if they didn't pass, could have been like
Something
legends in the
in
NBA.
Yeah.
He's one of them. So we talking about what they had in 89, 88, 89, their first year together. Hank Gathers averaged 22 and 8. Bo Kimball also averaged 22 and 3. So now
Their
when we
first year together?
Their first year together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Now remember, no, their first year they couldn't play. They wasn't eligible to play. They went the USC.
All right.
What happened
So we're
was
talking
you-
about their second.
Yeah, USC changed their coaches. They changed the coach, so they basically offered all their players that if you want to still play, even though we changed the coach, you got to commit by this deadline. They never committed by the deadline, so they just let them go.
Okay.
So they took their scholarships away. So they had to wait a year and they ended up playing for the Lions. So that's what happened there. So their second year at eligibility, but their first year together, they both averaged 22. Now, we talking about everybody on this list. There wasn't no mano like that. So
No.
as far as like,
Not at all.
stats.
Right.
So
This one
That was one.
equal.
Right, this is 1A, 1B.
1A, 1B. So then you talking about this their next year together. And their team didn't do that good. They went 20 and 11. They lost in the first round in the tournament.
Right.
Hank Gathers averaged 32 and 13. 32 and 13.
That's nasty.
Bo Kimball, 16.8 and 4 rebounds. So that you talking about that year, man. Hank Gathers 32 and 13 is nasty, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's talk about his third year. It was 89-90. Bo Kimball, 35 and 7.
What?
Hank Gathers, 29 and 10.
They were killing.
I don't remember
Yes.
both scoring like
Yes,
that.
they were killing it.
Wow.
Now, what hurt them is that was their best year, but unfortunately, Hank Gathers died and collapsed on the court that year.
Yeah.
So, their year when they were looking like to really make a serious deep run, they went 26 and 6. They were first in the WCC. He unfortunately passed away. So,
Right now, the year with the Bulls to the free throws.
Yeah,
Like,
one
they-
hand,
Yeah,
yeah.
they continue to play.
so that year they knocked off New Michigan State. They knocked off Michigan. They knocked off Alabama. They knocked off Nevada. And actually, they actually beat Shaq in them. They actually beat LSU during the regular season that year. So they were powerful. They've given Shaq work too. And Gadsden was killing them.
Yep.
Now we talking about them. I guess what kind of hurts them is because he passed away.
Yes,
And
but they were
were dominant.
Right, they were a problem.
You talking about individually before they racked up awards. Hank Gathers was second team All-American in 1990. And he was second team All-American in 1989, third team All-American in 1989.
See, me, I would have them at 5th.
He's the NCAA scoring leader in 1989, rebounding leader as well. So the same year he led in rebounding and scoring. Now, a lot of people don't know that, man, because they went under the radar, man.
Right.
He was WCC Player of the Year.
So I said I would have them at 5th.
Oh, man. Then Bo Kimball, second team All-American 1990. He was the NCAA scoring leader as well in 1990. And he was WCC Player of the Year in 1990. So they both had WCC Player of the Years back to back. So 89 for Hank, 90 for
Yeah,
Bo.
I might have to co-sign that.
Because I'm saying, you might have to put them at 5th, man.
Yeah, I might have to co-sign.
Yeah. So Hank Gathers became the second player in Division I history to lead the nation in scoring and rebounding in the same season.
And they
Very
going,
proud.
they
He had a
going-
game against Nevada when he had 49 and 26.
So here's my thing: 5th and 1st is solidified. It's 3, 4, 5. It's 2, 3, and 4. We
No,
going to
two might.
We still got one
Next,
more.
yeah.
Nah, we got next. We got
Right,
the
he's number 2.
Yeah, man. So my case for them is, man, they were dominant, man. Hank Gathers was one of the best players in the NCAA.
Yeah.
Kimball was definitely a solid scorer, and they broke records for Division I.
Mm-hmm.
The case against them is they didn't have deep tourney runs together, so the tourney success really wasn't there
They're
for them.
going right, but the chance they had ain't passed.
Yeah, Hank passed. So, dominant, man.
Yeah.
Now, this is another powerful group, man.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis.
And Michael Kidd,
In college, these two was a beast, man.
even though they only did it for 1 year.
1 year.
1 year.
1 year.
Yeah.
And they won that 1 year.
Yeah.
So that first year, they went 32 and 8. And that's 2011, 2012 Wildcats.
Yeah.
They went 32. They went 38-32, undefeated in the conference.
Defeated Kansas.
Yeah,
The championship.
and not just Kansas. They knocked off Western Kentucky, Iowa State, Indiana, Baylor, Louisville, and Kansas, all ranked teams. Knocked them all off.
Yeah.
And we talking about what AD did, man.
He averaged 14 points per game, about 10 rebounds, and 4 blocks.
They don't even got to talk about that. He was the final four most outstanding player, player of the year, first team All-American, defensive player of the year, freshman of the year, SEC player of the year, NCAA blocks leader, SEC defensive player of the year, SEC rookie of the year. Come on, man. Like, that's crazy, man. SEC rookie of the year,
That's
man.
what I'm saying. They got to be second. They got to be second.
AD was snapping, man. We talking about Naismith Award, player of the year, Robertson, Wooden. Come on, man. These
They
dudes.
accomplished all that in 1 year.
Yeah. We talking about what they did as a team, 38 victories, most in NCAA history,
Right.
16-0 SEC play, 19-0 at home. Yeah, come on, man. They powerful, man.
We look at this ranking. We look at this ranking right now.
Yeah.
We got a consensus. Christian Lane,
Jalen
Graham,
Graham was
number
number
1.
one. Number 1?
So we got
number
so we
one.
got a consensus that AD and Michael Kidd is number 2.
Number
Yep.
2.
Number 2.
Now number 3, we got a consensus. Ty
Ty
Hansbrough and
Lawson,
Ty Lawson.
Number 3.
Number 3.
All right, now number
4?
Four
It's,
four gonna be tricky because I'm telling you right now, like I said,
All right, let's narrow it down.
Hank Gathers and Bo Kimball was number 5.
All right, let's narrow it down to 3, and then we'll see why those 3. So we got Hank Gathers, Bo Kimball.
That's
That's
number
5.
5. Automatic. That's
Automatic, number 5.
So you making them 5?
Yeah, they 5.
I was going to debate the 3. So, all right, we got them at 5.
Yeah.
So let's go with 3. So the candidates for 3 are Sheldon Mack, Gordon Hayward,
Right.
Jalen Brunson, Michael Bridges,
Uh-huh.
Kevin Love, Russell Westbrook,
Uh-huh.
Jameer Nelson, Delonte West,
Yeah.
and Mike Bibby and Miles Simon.
Now, Mike Bibby and Mike Simons, I agree, should be eliminated only because Mike Dickerson was part of that squad.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, we'll take them out.
So you take them out. So
Kevin
now,
Love, Russell Westbrook.
yeah.
Down in one time, they didn't win, but they were dominant.
They were dominant,
But they didn't
together.
win.
And Kevin Love ain't show up that last game.
He didn't, but they were dominant together. I mean, this is not about an individual. We talking about a duel.
For
What the
1
duel-
year.
But what the duel did, they were dominant.
I got,
together.
me personally, I got Sheldon Mack, Gordon Hayward, just because the conference they came from and so many ranked teams they knocked off to get there, they shouldn't even been there.
They should have been there, but they didn't win it neither.
They didn't win there. They went on like a Cinderella one. They didn't win it, but they went far.
They won. They on a nice run, but they didn't win it. At least Love and Russell got to the game.
Yeah. But,
He choked in the game, but at least they got to the game.
yeah. Were they squad better, though? I mean, they
They were a higher ranked squad than what Sheldon Mack and Gordon Hayward had to go.
All right. Michael Bridges and Jalen Brunson won, though. We rewarded them for winning.
We rewarded them for winning, but like we said and like we stated, they had a dominant team. Like
Okay.
they wasn't a dominant duo; they had a dominant team. They were just the best 2 on that team.
All right. So Jameer Nelson, Delonte.
They fell short.
They was nice run.
They had a nice run.
They did 27-0.
They-
cemented in St. Joe's.
See now. Here's my problem. That's my problem. See, I narrow it down to those three between Gordon, Sheldon, and Jameer. But if I'm going to go, I might have to go with Sheldon.
I got Sheldon and Gordon's 3.
I might have to go with Sheldon.
I got them as 3.
I hate to do that to Jameer Delonte only because they won on that heck of a run.
Yeah, I gotta give it to
But Sheldon Mack, and like you
Well, we
said,
still got one more spot, so no more.
nah,
No, that's it.
that's it.
That's it.
Oh, for real? Oh,
Yeah, number 5 is Gathers. Hank Gathers in both.
Okay, so we got 1. We got Christian Lane and Grant Hill.
Two is
Ty-
AD,
AD and MGK.
and 3 is Ty,
Ty and Lawson.
Tyler Hansbrough.
4 is Gordon and Sheldon.
And then 5 is Hank Jackson.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah, honorable mentions was Jameer Nelson, Delonte,
Mm-hmm.
and Jalen Brunson, and
Nah.
Michael Bridges, and Kevin Love and Westbrook.
I said I
Right.
Kevin Love, Russell Westbrook.
Okay. Yeah, so that's our 5. You guys can rank them. It's like a lot, man. There's a lot to do, man.
Right.
These are all great teams up there, but as far as we broke it down, that's how we felt like top 5. So,
Right.
Yeah, it's fun diving down this history lesson.
yeah, man, I ain't doing another one for me. Another episode, let's talk about it. Peace.